Clark Gunter, Corey Stewart, fight number 2. Gunter letting the cheering section hear it over there. And we are underway. Matt, you're coming off a fight where you fought a guy that was taller than you. What were some of the keys for you in that fight?
Yeah, you got to make them miss. You can't make them all miss. Obviously, wild spinning kick here. Oh, man.
Some acrobatics early on here in this one.
Interesting. Gunter kind of threw a teep out there, and oh. Of course, Stewart just kind of blasted through him.
Feels like they're just matching each other's movement at this moment.
Gunter firing out a lot of kicks, trying to fight long, doing the right thing, but it all starts with your jab. There it is. He's got to find it though. Nice hook to low kick coming from Stewart. A lot of kicks not being set up. You got to think as guys continue doing that, one of them is going to step on it with a hard punch. Again, just flicking the kick out there.
There you go. Looking for the jab was Gunter. Stewart again with a spinning kick there. And it's tough against a guy that is that much taller than you. Hasn't really closed the range just yet.
Yeah, a little difficult. Oh, big right hand. Clips Stewart. Stewart just charges forward and ends up on top.
So now on top.
Well, I tell you guys, he's a little short on size, but Corey Stewart put together quite the physical specimen. And Clark Gunter, the hometown fighter, you heard a nice ovation. A lot of friends and family out to support him here tonight.
Looks like Gunter's kind of setting up an arm-in guillotine here. Corey Stewart got to be careful and not let Gunter get his hands together. Because if he's got a good one, he might be able to turn it over.
And some really good schools represented here as well. Of course, Gracie United, Team Jucal, great out of all their franchise gyms. And then Ronin Martial Arts on the South Shore, down around the New Orleans area. And as we all know, the Ronin, the samurai with no master, like the namesake there. Stewart on top right now, Gunter working from the bottom. But Gunter a little closer to his corner right here, so he's getting some invaluable coaching from his cornerman right now to help him out in this situation, kind of guide him through.
Yeah, Gunter's got to open up his guard, either create an opportunity for a submission attempt or stand up. Looks like Corey Stewart okay with just kind of firing, peppering, body, head. Postures all the way out, lets Clark Gunter back to his feet.
So, Danger, how important is that sometimes as a young fighter? You're out here in a big crowd, still learning the game, and you're that close to your corner to be able to get that coaching.
Yeah, it's nice, but you got to listen to your corner, you know, and a lot of times that's what's difficult.
You got to kind of block out that crowd, all the white noise out there.
Clark kind of doing a risky thing here by holding that guillotine. There's a counter, a choke there called the Von Flu. Corey Stewart not privy to it, though.
Couple of takedowns in the round for Corey Stewart.
And, you know, takedowns to Corey Stewart isn't necessarily even making it happen, but Clark Gunter just not being the best at managing his distance, kind of jamming himself up, ending up on the bottom. Opportunistic stuff from Corey Stewart, but this fight's certainly not out of hand. Clark Gunter just needs to keep his range a little better. He's landed some good stuff.
Yeah, he looked good on the feet. He had a couple good shots that landed, but it felt like as soon as that takedown happened, the momentum switched a little bit. Stewart took over. His corner kept telling him to let go of that guillotine attempt. He wouldn't let it go, kept holding on. So I think you mentioned something there. You have to listen to your corner if you're going to be right there by him. We'll see if Gunter makes that transition here in round 2.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Paragon Casino and Resort for having us here at AKA 22 and Fight TV being the host for American Combat Alliance. Back underway here.
Corey Stewart looking pretty fresh.
All right, we're back round 2. Lock, cock, and ready to rock for more action here at AKA 22. And I'll tell you, I don't know if you guys are better gamblers, but 2 is the number here tonight. AKA 22 on July 22 in the year 22 with 22 fighters on the card here tonight. So if you're not betting on 2, man, I don't know what to do for you.
Synchronicity.
Ooh, big words. I'm a simple man, Tyler. I can't throw those big ones at me. I'm intimidated now.
Listen, we don't need your lies over here, okay?
Nice level change from Corey Stewart. Right into the triangle, though, here. Let's see if Clark Gunter can make the adjustments. This looks pretty deep. If Gunter's got a good triangle up, Corey Stewart postures out, passes the guard. Nice work. Corey Stewart, compact, powerful. Had a nice level change there. That was a takedown.
Yeah, that was a great takedown.
A lot of energy on that takedown, guys.
Looks to me like Corey Stewart's kind of accumulated a little confidence here. He's just kind of more relaxed, confident, right in the top position.
Good job, Mike Gunter.
Dangerous, that's something a fighter experiences once you kind of get in there and exchange a few blows, maybe settle in, for lack of a better term, sometimes in a fight?
It certainly helps to get out there and start by winning. You know, you can kind of, the training I've done, it's coming into play, and I'm doing things right. It does help.
So maybe that's what we're seeing out of Stewart. He's kind of settling in right now. Gunter needs to use that reach advantage. I mean, he's got the arm and the leg length. Use a little jab, use that front push kick. Nice counter that time by Gunter, but he's got to follow up. He's got to land more than one punch. Got to be looking for combos here.
Agreed, and thus far, Corey Stewart, the one landing the more significant punches on the feet. Though Gunter trying his darndest, but you're right, Dynamite. One at a time, 2 strikes at the most. Got to string them together. Got to put combinations together.
Absolutely.
Well, early on in round number 1, he landed a couple of those jabs, and it looked good. Kind of expect him to start going back to it here soon.
You can tell by the way he's shaped. I mean, he's got good anatomy to fire nice sharp jabs. Problem is, I don't think he's putting in enough reps on the bag. Oh, that knee went south.
Ever had that happen to you?
Yeah, a time or two.
It'll pick you up a couple octaves in that shower singing. Yeah, taking a trip down south of dirty Tijuana right there. A little south of the border with that one.
Unfortunately, we laugh. Corey Stewart not laughing at all at the moment, of course.
I'm sure he didn't find it amusing at all.
Not
Tyler.
at all. Feel for you, my man.
So 39 seconds left to go here in round number 2, this 3-round amateur bout inside the AKA Featherweight division. The Hitman, Corey Stewart, in the all-black trunks, Clark Gunter in the camouflage, and referee Chris Hill going to bring him back into the center of the cage by that big vintage furniture logo.
Again, Clark Gunter just firing kicks one at a time. He's going to get cracked down the middle. He needs to start everything with that jab. Double jab, cross, work it into your kick.
And having such a reach advantage on his opponent, Gunter would do so much better with if he had a little better counter punching.
Gunter just kind of secedes there, gives up position, and goes straight to his back. Hasn't had success here thus far. Curious thing, has had a little triangle attack there, but came up short.
And round number 2 coming to a close here at AKA 22, live from the beautiful Paragon Casino in Marksville, Louisiana, where we invite you to share the fun.
Looks like for Corey Stewart, maybe starting to put it all together after those years of training.
Yeah, you would think. I mean, 10 years experience.
He has looked good with the wrestling. It's kind of like a couple of offensive linemen going at it. The shorter guy sometimes has the better leverage, and we've actually seen a couple times here him using that, dropping down with the level changes and getting a couple of very good takedowns.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, the shorter guys are the ones that always give me the most issue because they're compact, they're underneath you. The punches come from a different angle that's not always easy to see. So, yeah, it's interesting how that works, but Clark Gunter ultimately, I think he needs to find himself a boxing coach, learn how to string some combinations together, learn how to fire that jab nice, straight, and true, because he is long. He does have good dimensions, especially in this matchup. He's just not able to put him into play tonight. Thus far.
Thus far, I was about to say, you never say never, right?
Count this kid out.
Heck no. Here we go, round number 3.
Right to the cup, my Lanta. Oh.
Goodness. Corey Stewart with a kind of cut his eyes over at Gunter that time.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
You got to be in control of your weapons, you know, and I feel him. And that was just, almost wasn't even close. It was just right on the cup. It was a quick reset.
Stewart right back into the action here.
Surely ref takes a point in the next one.
Yeah, if it happens again, I think 3 just is one too many.
Stewart doing a good job. Comes out light on his feet, but he's kind of circling. Oh.
Third time he's thrown that spinning kick. None have landed yet.
You can tell Corey Stewart he wants that spin kick. Oh, reaches out, grabs the fence. A little bit better of a takedown defense, but ultimately finds it.
Another takedown here for Corey Stewart, his 4th now.
We were hoping to see that first finish of the night. It looks as if we're probably going to have to wait until the next one. Unless Corey Stewart can really get something going here.
That's Gunter back to his feet. Just under 2 minutes left here in round number 3.
Corey Stewart's been able to throw some big, hard punches, though. I'd like to see him kind of let him go, especially considering where Clark Gunter's hand position is and his mismanagement of range. I mean, I would throw that less.
And look at Stewart going to come out of that on top.
Looking for a
Gunter
guillotine.
hanging on to that front guillotine-style choke right there, trying to hang on.
If Gunter can get his hands together, I think he's probably got a pretty solid arm and guillotine.
Now Stewart's about to pop that head out just a second here, Danger. Hey guys, not to break from the action, but right now I want to wish a very happy birthday to somebody watching at home. Our promoter, Mr. John Bishop, his mom, Miss Shirley Clark, celebrating her 75th birthday today. Doesn't miss an AK event. Happy birthday, Miss Shirley.
Well, I've never met her, but I'll tell you she did a great job raising her son, because that is one heck of a guy there.
John Bishop is good people. So just under a minute to go here in the 3rd and final round. Bout number 2 here on this phenomenal AKA 22 fight card. Corey Stewart, Clark Gunter.
Come on.
Gunter looking for that triangle. Stewart showing off the power. Both fighters back to their feet. 40 seconds to go. Gunter pushing the pace. Here comes Stewart with the takedown. Stewart back on top, Danger.
Stewart doing a good job of staying in control of the round, and unfortunately Clark Gunter not offering up enough defense. If he defends that takedown, then maybe attempts a submission, he has a higher likelihood of finishing it, but he's kind of getting flopped down like a limp noodle, hoping to land into a submission attempt, and it's just simply not happening.
Gotta hate those limp noodles, boys.
That's a fact. Great stuff, as always, from Dynamite. It's been a really good fight here, especially if you're in the Corey Stewart side of this. The wrestling on full display for the most part. Landed a couple of good shots, but ultimately his wrestling dominated this fight.
Yeah, you can tell Corey Stewart definitely the more physical of the two guys. Good to see him come out here, get his first win. Now 3 fights into his amateur career, 1 and 2 as an amateur. Not a bad start. It starts 1 fight at a time. So congratulations to Corey Stewart. See some wildness from him. Spin kick there, lands on the bottom, and again Clark Gunter in a good position in the top side position. Goes for the guillotine, misses it, ultimately ends up on his back. These are mistakes that 18-year-old guys making their debut can make, but you want to see them correct those things in the future, fight more intelligently.
Into the 3rd round, it's okay to go for something that's desperate, though, right? Like in the 1st round, that looks really bad. In round 3, when you're desperate, maybe, right?
I guess so. I can excuse it. I can definitely validate that somewhat. But also, what doesn't hurt to be on top. You got a good opportunity to maybe at least steal the round, pass the guard, in from a top position, punch on him a little bit, make him hurt, do something. But yeah, that's not how it went tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of fast and furious mixed martial arts section, we are going to the judges' scorecard. Ladies and gentlemen, all 3 judges have seen this bout the same way. Therefore, declaring your winner by unanimous decision. Fighting out of the blue corner, the Hitman, Corey Stewart.
So Corey Stewart gets it done, picks up his first win as an amateur here tonight at AKA 22.